So good morning. On behalf of the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police, I want to thank all of our partners in public safety and the media for being here today to highlight an issue that affects every community across the state, speeding, and to recognize Illinois Speed Awareness Day on a statewide initiative launched by the Illinois Chiefs way back in 2016. Technology is advancing rapidly. My wife and I recently bought a car with just about every single safety feature on it. However, as safe as the car is, it does not drive itself. There will be a day when cars do everything for us, including not allowing us to crash into one another. They will detect and recognize every single car on the road, and they will be able to control our speeds and affect the way we drive. But that day is not today. Yes, many new cars have innovations like intelligent speed assistance, automated braking, and some roads even have smart infrastructure, which can make us all dramatically safer. But today, our greatest safety tool is personal responsibility. We must remind drivers that speed limits are carefully set to protect everyone who shares the road. Every mile per hour over the limit cuts down the time we have to react and increases the force of impact and raises the odds that someone won't make it home. This year, we're proud to extend our efforts beyond Illinois, working with law enforcement across NHTSA Region 5, which includes Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, as well as Region 7, which includes Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. So as we look forward to a future shaped by safer technology, let's commit to something we humans can do right now: slow down. Thank you to all the participating agencies, IDOT, NHTSA, the Illinois Tollway, Faces 4, and our media partners. And now I will read the proclamation for Illinois Awareness Day 2025. Whereas safe driving and public awareness, you know what, while I do this, can somebody hold this up?
Sure.
You want to hold this up?
Yeah. Like Vanna.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to read from here, but this says what that says. Whereas safe driving and public awareness of the dangers associated with speeding will result in fewer crashes, and whereas the total number of crashes in Illinois motor vehicles in 2023 was 299,133, and whereas there were 87,573 persons injured and 1,240 persons killed in Illinois motor vehicle crashes in 2023, and whereas speeding accounted for 31.1% of the overall crashes, 36.3% of the injury crashes, and 44.9% of the fatal crashes in Illinois in 2023. And whereas the total estimated cost of crashes in Illinois for 2023 was $8 billion, whereas the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police partnered with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, supported by the Illinois Department of Transportation, the Illinois Tollway Authority, Illinois State Police, the Illinois Sheriff's Association, American Automobile Association, Illinois Truck Enforcement Association, CN Railroad, and Illinois local, county, and state law enforcement agencies and first responders commit to partnering together in an effort to reduce vehicle crashes resulting in injuries and fatalities by educating Illinois motorists on the aspects of speed awareness through education and enforcement of applicable state laws and supporting Illinois Speed Awareness Day. Whereas the Illinois Chiefs continue to develop partnerships designated to create a strong, supportive, and equitable traffic safety culture throughout Illinois to reduce the number of speed-related crashes. Therefore, J.B. Pritzker, Governor of the great state of Illinois, has hereby proclaimed July 23rd, 2025 as the Illinois Speed Awareness Day and encourages all citizens to recognize the importance of speed awareness and to drive safely. I would like to now introduce Stefan Seek-Burham, Bureau Chief of the Illinois Department of Transportation, the Bureau of Safety Programs and Engineering, to discuss the importance of safe driving across Illinois. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Lenners. Good morning. I am Stefan Seek-Burham, Bureau Chief of Safety Program and Engineering at the Illinois Department of Transportation. On behalf of Secretary Biaggi and the entire IDOT team, it is my pleasure to join the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police, the Illinois Tollway, our partners in law enforcement at the state and local level, and our community traffic safety partners. Thank you to the media for being here. Without you, we couldn't share our traffic safety messages. Today, we are coming together to educate and increase awareness of the danger of speeding, reckless driving, and the consequences of not obeying traffic laws. Our main objective at IDOT is to provide a safe and reliable highway system to our residents across the entire state. We accomplish this by implementing safety initiatives in the area of engineering, education, law enforcement, and public information. These initiatives hold great promise, but only if we all take responsibility to do our part. So today we are coming to the public with a simple and crucial message. Speeding catch up with you. Slow down and look around. It is not a game. Speeding is a major contributing factor to highway traffic fatalities and serious injury in our states. In 2023, we recorded 1,240 deaths, 87,573 serious injury due to speed-related crashes. From these numbers, speeding accounted for 31% of overall crashes, 36% of injury crashes, and 45% of all fatal crashes in Illinois. This is simply unacceptable, especially when we know that the consequences of violating traffic laws outweigh a shorter trip time or the mere enjoyment of speeding, driving distracted, driving recklessly, or driving under the influence. It is just not worth it. So again, speeding catch up with you. Slow down and look around. It is not a game. In urbanized area, the risks of speeding are far greater and deadlier on vulnerable road users. The difference for a pedestrian being hit at 40 miles per hour as opposed to 25 miles per hour mean the difference between life and death. In 2023, we lost 195 pedestrians due to traffic crashes, a 5.3 increase compared to the previous 4-year average. Walking is a mode of transportation, just like driving, biking, or pedal cycling, and no one should die from it. Law enforcement is serious about slowing down speeding and aggressive driving, and our partners are here today to tell you that speeding may save you a few minutes, but it can cost you far more in the long run. We know that road deaths are preventable, and we cannot achieve zero fatality without everyone coming to the table and taking responsibility. We urge you to slow down and protect yourself and others on the road. I'm going to now invite my counterparts, Mr. Rohan Gale of the Illinois Tollway, for his remark. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Rohan Gale, and I serve as Chief of Maintenance and Traffic for the Illinois Tollway. I'm honored to join everyone here today participating in Illinois Speed Awareness Day. At the Tollway, safety is always our first consideration and our highest priority. That's why we're eager to help spread the word that speeding is always dangerous and can be deadly. But the good news is that speeding and the tragic consequences that can result from driving too fast are also 100% avoidable. Recently, the Tollway launched its If Only speed awareness campaign to urge drivers to pause for a moment when they get behind the wheel to think about the possible permanent consequences they and others could face if they choose to speed. They could kill or injure themselves or someone else, another driver, a pedestrian, an emergency responder, a construction worker, or one of the Tollway's roadway staff who are working along our system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As part of our If Only campaign, we talked to a driver who injured himself in a speed-related crash about the lasting physical and emotional impacts the crash has had on his life. We also spoke with a Flight for Life EMT and an emergency room doctor about the trauma and death they deal with almost daily because drivers choose to drive dangerously fast. We filmed these powerful stories to help illustrate the tragic and deadly consequences that can result from a driver deciding to speed and to encourage drivers to make the safer choice and slow down. These interviews are posted on our website at illinoistollway.com, and I would encourage everyone to visit our site to view these stories about the harm caused by speeding. Everybody who works along our road has a story to tell about the dangers they've faced. Some drivers choose to speed. I started off at the tollway as an equipment operator laborer, patrolling our roads and assisting our customers. And I was almost killed almost 10 years ago on the job by a speeding driver. I was working an overnight shift and I was on the mile-long bridge on the Tri-State Tollway, blocking off a lane so repair work could begin. We had already placed construction barricades with flashing lights to close off a work zone, but that didn't stop a driver who was speeding from getting around the barricades and into the work zone. I saw headlights coming straight toward me and other workers on the bridge. And I was scared for my life as well as the lives of the people working around me. We were lucky that time. The driver managed to stop before anyone was hurt, but his actions could have been catastrophic. We shouldn't have to depend on luck to stay safe on the road. We're urging drivers to think about the dangers of speeding, think about the consequences, and then please slow down. All our lives depend on it. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce to you AAA's Director of Social Media for Public Affairs, Beth Mosher.
Well, good morning. I'm Beth Mosher, Director of Public Relations for AAA, the Auto Club Group. Thank you to the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police for gathering us all here today to talk about this really critical topic and the efforts of our local and statewide law enforcement officers who are on the front lines each and every day to combat this issue. No one wakes up thinking that they're going to be part of a fatal crash that day. But every day on our roads, risky driving habits turn ordinary moments into tragedies, and the consequences ripple far beyond that driver who made the reckless choice. Crashes claim the lives of innocent roadway users, cyclists, pedestrians, causing significant devastation and financial hardships. These losses aren't accidents. They're dangerous driving choices, and they're preventable. That is why AAA, the Auto Club Group, recently launched a new campaign called Crashes Hit Different, because crashes hit different when they happen to you. We urge drivers to stay vigilant and do their part to address the leading causes of traffic injuries and fatalities, including our focus today, which is speeding. According to the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety's annual survey, nearly half of motorists admitted to driving 15 miles an hour over the posted speed limit on a freeway in the last month, and 36% of drivers reported driving 10 miles an hour over the posted speed limit on a residential street. Furthermore, according to data from NHTSA, speeding contributes to about 30% of all traffic injuries and fatalities on our nation's roads. This makes speeding the most frequently self-reported illegal and dangerous driving behavior on our roads. Simply put, speeding makes our roads less safe for everyone. It compounds the danger of other unsafe driving behaviors by decreasing reaction time and increasing the severity of crashes. AAA encourages every motorist to do their part and make choices every single day to not speed, to put the phone down, to drive sober, and to buckle up every time they get behind the wheel. And now I'd like to turn it over to Captain Patrick Mano from the Illinois State Police. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. Good morning. My name is Patrick Mano, the Troop 3 Operations Captain for the Illinois State Police. Today we mark Illinois Speed Awareness Day, a day that serves as a critical reminder of the real dangers posed by speeding on our roadways. Speeding is more than just breaking the law. It's a choice, one that can carry devastating, even deadly consequences. Excessive speed reduces driver abilities to react in time, increase the force of impact in a crash, and puts everyone on the road at risk, including passengers, pedestrians, and other drivers. In Illinois last year, 1,177 people lost their lives during fatal traffic crashes, in which 41% of those had a primary or secondary cause related to speed. These aren't just numbers. They're family members, friends, and neighbors whose lives were cut short by a preventable decision. And too often, these decisions happen in an instant with lifelong consequences. That's why the Illinois State Police is committed to doing our part. Through a combination of education and enforcement, we're working to raise awareness and change behavior, which ultimately saves lives. In 2024, the Illinois State Police issued 66,014 speeding citations statewide. And in just the first half of 2025, we have issued 36,789 citations. Our troopers will be out in full force, but not just to issue citations, but to make visible and positive impacts on driving behavior. Because this isn't about punishment, it's about prevention. We'll be focusing not only on speed infractions, but what we call our Fatal Four. Our Fatal Four are speeding, driving under the influence, distracted driving, and failure to wear a seatbelt. We call these the Fatal Four because they are the top 4 contributing factors in most fatal crashes. Furthermore, while we are here discussing traffic safety, I would like to reiterate the importance of the Move Over Law, or Scott's Law. The Move Over Law is this: all drivers must change lanes when approaching stationary emergency vehicles, including highway maintenance vehicles displaying flashing lights and any stationary vehicle with their hazard lights activated. The law also states if changing lanes would be impossible or unsafe, drivers are required to proceed with due caution, reduce their speed, and leave a safe distance, safely passing that stationary vehicle. It's also important for drivers in adjoining lanes to slow down and allow vehicles approaching to move over. The move over cannot happen if other traffic does not let them in. So not only will you see Illinois State Police out on the interstates, we are continuing to engage the public through schools, community outreach, and media campaigns like today to educate drivers, especially our young and most vulnerable motorists, about the dangers of speeding and the importance of responsible driving. Our message is simple: slow down, save lives. The life you could save, be your own or someone you love. Thank you. Now I'll turn it back over to Chief Joe Leonis for some closing remarks.
Thank you, Captain. This will conclude our official remarks. What I'd like to do is open it up if anybody has any questions for any of our speakers directly, and they can answer your questions. All right, so we're all done then. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it, and stay safe.